This episode is brought to you by Green to Go Wellness and the Tri-City Vibe. Go to greentogowellness.com or Tri-City Vibe and check those guys out.
Promo code chill on Green to Go Wellness helps you, helps us. Now to the show.
I think we did it.
We're over.
We did it.
We're over.
That's pretty good.
We weren't over. No way. We did it.
I think you weren't. The two of you.
Way to go, Brandon.
No,
You
I
fucked
went
up.
really
No, you
fast.
fucked up.
When you forgot promo code chill.
Bring that mic closer to your face.
You're like the guy at the end of a medicine commercial.
That remembers to tell you everything. stuff.
Like
Yeah,
the importance of that it might
my
kill
bad.
you. Yeah, that's fair. That's
like
fair.
the legal obligation stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a uniquely American problem, right?
Yeah. Hey, what's been going on, boys? It's been a while since I've seen you. Good to see you over there. Can't touch you, but
I think I saw you yesterday,
no.
2 days ago.
I saw you. Oh, I almost saw you like 2 days ago.
What?
You were gonna come by my house.
Oh yeah, and then I didn't.
Yeah.
Hello now. Brian's literally been since the last podcast. I
Yeah,
feel like you're too busy for me now.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like there's a non-overlapping level of busyness that is shared.
Yeah.
I didn't understand a word
Yeah,
you
I
just
don't-
said.
It's not. No, it's not overlapping. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Sounds like a lot of.
If we had more time together, I could explain it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
No, I thought when you had a kid,
Yeah.
I thought you and Emily would want to go out on some date nights, maybe sometime, and you would ask me to babysit. You haven't asked me once to babysit.
Do you want to?
I would. I'd babysit your
He
kid.
did mention it a lot before the baby was born.
I was excited
So-
for it. You were like, "Hey, you want to be the godfather?"
This
you know?
podcast is older than your kid.
That's true.
That's
a lot,
weird.
most things are.
Yeah.
Our friendship sure is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And
That's funny.
yeah, what do you imagine? Is that me? Sorry, everybody.
Turn your goddamn fucking ear.
Your
JJ.
What do you
Turn
imagine?
your J.J. Abrams off.
What do you imagine babysitting being like? Like, what is your?
All right, I
You
come
ever
over.
babysat before?
Yes, I was a nanny.
Oh yeah, that's right.
How old is the kid?
2 kids.
Two
one
kids.
one of them was 2. The other one was 6 months.
We're getting close to 2.
That's crazy.
We're coming up
How
on
long did
2.
you do that for?
Oh god, like 4 months.
Oh my god,
It's a
really?
soul draining experience.
No, I know. I mean, I have a huge family.
Okay, I like your resume so far.
I mean,
Did you
loved
live?
the kids.
Did you live with them?
No.
Okay.
Not
Anyways,
nanny, not au pair.
How did you get that job?
through the girl I was dating at the time.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's right.
I stabbed her. On the other side was the job.
Baby
No,
slid
that's
out.
that's how you get the job. Is you kill the person that previously had the job.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I seen Parasite.
Anyways, what were we? Oh, baby, yeah. I come over around 7 p.m. right, and you guys are dolled up.
Half in the bag.
Yeah, one bag is booze, the other one I'm huffing out of.
Yeah.
And I push your Ring doorbell, not a sponsor.
Did you guys see the one of like the old woman outside the dude's house last night?
Yeah.
Oh, I watched the
No.
whole thing and I think I had a nightmare.
Yeah.
What?
It's like this. Terrifying.
You
You
go.
gotta
on.
send me that link.
You
I
go on,
love
Jeff.
scary things.
It was on our sweaty palms, and it was literally just this old woman who's very obviously insane or high, and she has like a knife in her hand, and she's literally just like rubbing it back and forth and like putting it behind her, and just like she rings the doorbell a couple times. It's fucking terrifying.
I don't like it.
Oh,
No, I watched
okay.
it
Don't
last,
like it.
I watched it last night.
No, I don't need to see it now, bud. We're good. Anyways, so I come over. You guys are
So yeah, you ring the not a sponsor ring doorbell.
yeah. You guys are dappered up. She's been fed. You're a child. And then now I just come in for playtime. You know, read her a book.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm watching the Brooklyn Nets on TNT.
I thought you were gonna say Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Good show.
Maybe that too. You
a
know,
good show. I
a
like
number of things that aren't inappropriate for a child. You know, we go throw the ball out back a little bit. And then you guys come home whenever you'd like, and I'm passed out on the couch, and your baby is probably eating some sort of rat poisoning. I'm laid down, and then you give me some money, and I go.
So it would be. Oh,
You don't
money.
have to pay me.
Money.
I'm
Oh.
kidding. You don't have to, just if there's some beer in the fridge. I'll
She's
be
the
fine.
easiest kid in the world, man. We lay her down at 7, and then I see her at 7:30 the next
There's
morning.
probably an argument for an easier kid.
Uh,
I don't want to make it.
It's a dead child. You have to do nothing.
You ever had a
Dig
kid in a
hole.
coma?
Hey, digging a hole sounds harder than just being like, see you
Yeah,
tomorrow.
but it gets up though.
The
His child
dead
gets
baby?
up. No. His child gets up.
Oh.
This child
That's-
never getting up.
The dead
I don't
baby.
know.
There's a lot
After
of
me
work in
thinking about the
front.
dead baby getting up, I'm much less concerned.
you guys could babysit if you want.
One time I had a family member.
You
tell
gotta
me,
ask.
Keep
Yeah.
in mind, like I'm the oldest grandchild. of a family with 15 kids, and then the oldest grandchild of a family with 6 kids. So I have a shit ton of cousins, right? And they're all younger than me, as I just explained.
Yes. And you have aunts and uncles too in spades.
Yes, some of those are also younger than me,
Yeah.
which is weird. But
Wild.
one time I had a family member tell me that they would never ask me to babysit because I'm a dude. I was like, what does that mean? And they're like, well, I don't know. I think dudes are like more likely to, be bad babysitters. Like, what? Like, why is that a
I feel
thing?
like they subtly hinted at men molest, whereas women do too. Don't get me wrong, but men definitely molest more.
That's probably what they were doing.
Honestly, that's if the first thing that comes to mind was I don't want a man to watch my children. That's the first thing that comes to mind for me.
Honestly,
I'm like,
yeah, me too.
my feelings are kind of hurt about that.
Yeah, which is pretty shitty because it's like, hey, family member, there's a slight chance you might molest my child. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But I don't want to.
fucking gross.
I don't like that at all.
That's a
Wow, I was gonna make a joke about stuff. Not anymore.
No, joke about it. Joke about it.
We should cut this.
I don't think you want to molest kids. Let's
I
just
don't.
say that. Oh, yeah, I good. So I was right,
Thanks.
as far as I know.
I like that.
I also have a high opinion of Brandon.
Thanks, guys.
The high opinion is not a pedophile.
Thanks, guys.
It starts there.
Also, that's not an opinion. That's a fact. That should be stated. Yeah. So.
Fair enough.
Oh man.
Strong start this week.
Hey, welcome
Kansas
to the Vanilla
City.
Sunday podcast. My name is Joel.
Brandon.
Jeff.
Brian.
What are you gonna say?
Oh. Who y'all got in the Super Bowl?
Hold on. Question before we say anything. Joel, do you know who's in the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Who is it?
I mean,
This is
obviously it's 49ers and the Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers.
Well,
That's correct,
You didn't
Joel.
have to say it for me.
Why are you repeating Joel?
That was like, I imagine him editing that in.
Why
Yeah.
would we no,
cut
he
to
would
it.
just
I
edit
think
it
all of us imagined it, but you said it after.
Why would I need to edit it in?
Well, that
Because
was
he
my
said
voice.
it.
Yeah.
He said it. He doesn't need to edit
Yeah,
it.
okay. But who you got, Joel?
I got nothing on that.
I'm gonna.
I think this Super Bowl is gonna be trash.
I think it'll be good, and I hope and think the Chiefs will win.
I got 49ers.
See, I got to think. I don't know which direction to go because if you'd asked me before Super Bowl 48 whether it would have been Seattle or Denver, I'm thinking as good as Seattle's defense is, there's no chance. Against a historic offense, and then
it was a joke.
Yeah, they just embarrassed them like Seattle did. And so this one, it really is the Chiefs, their defense, they don't care. That team is it's all designed around Patrick Mahomes.
They've won every single game that they allowed less than 30 points. That's how good their offense is.
And
their
but I
defense
have
has
to
actually
think-
been pretty good lately.
I don't know who. Seattle hung with the 49ers both times they played them by making Garoppolo
Throw the ball.
making Garoppolo throw.
They won with him throwing 8 passes.
They did against a very fraudulent Green Bay team. But if it's a shootout, if Kansas City's able to make it come down to quarterback play, it's not even going to be close.
Yeah.
No, obviously. Yeah. Well, I don't want to say obviously. That sounds condescending, but yeah, I agree with you.
I think it's okay to condescend to the 49ers. I hope what happens to
You
them.
have a visceral hate of the 49ers.
Yeah, I do.
I
And-
get it, division and
and
stuff.
the Rams, and look what happened to them.
They had a bad offensive line.
They're bad. Yeah. They're bad.
Uh,
I bet they finish last in the division next year.
Now, that was a
Oh, that's a hot take.
really concise rambling on you had there, but you actually didn't answer the question. Who do you got winning?
Neither did you.
God, it's
I
tight.
did. I immediately answered.
God, okay.
I honestly think that
yeah, you picked the Niners, yeah.
the Chiefs are going to be able to make Garoppolo try to win the game.
It was funny that the entire.
That's not an answer.
Yeah, it is because it's not
Who do you have winning?
So that means you're picking
the
the Chiefs.
Chiefs because
Okay.
if it comes down to quarterback play, it's the Chiefs and it's not even close.
It was funny that the Titans would take 8 minutes and then they'd score, and then the Chiefs would score in 80 seconds, and then the Titans would take 8 minutes to score.
Yeah,
Yeah, just the whole game.
which anybody. I don't think the 49ers defense is as good as people think it is. I think their front seven's awesome. I think their secondary is weak. And
Richard Sherman was basically the best cornerback in the league. That should be noted.
Sherman, he's going to get burned by Hill.
The problem is
cannot hang with
he's
Tyreek
probably
Hill.
just going to not cover Hill, or if he does, it'll be.
I would put Hill next to him every chance I got.
Well, they don't control that. The defense would control that.
But
basically, Richard Sherman is going to play cover 3. But we're getting like really in the depths.
Is he doing like what he did with Seattle, where he just stays on one side of the field, or does he shadow somebody?
He does shadow people occasionally, but like against, like who did they just play?
Titans.
Against the
Packers.
The Packers. He did not cover Devonta Adams on every play.
Yeah. Didn't he get smoked by him once though?
Yeah, but I don't think they completed the pass.
No, he did. It was a touchdown.
Smoked
He
is
got
a
burned for a touchdown.
Technical term alluding to the Mortal Kombat 3 character Smoke and Noob, in which Smoke could teleport behind players.
I was thinking when they said Shadow, I was thinking of Shadow from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
I hate that guy.
I have a strong opinion about
Good color scheme, but I hate it.
I've got the Chiefs because I think they're going to expose everybody that the 49ers lost to. I think was a mobile quarterback, and none of them had the weapons that the Chiefs have.
Who else did they lose to?
Seattle. Who did they lose to? Seattle, Baltimore. Who was the other one?
I don't know, but there's a third one. Did
Doesn't
they lose
matter.
to the Rams?
Stars.
No, I can't remember.
Did they? No, they lost to the Cardinals.
Yeah, was it the Cardinals?
Yeah, mobile quarterback. Yeah,
Yeah.
right at the end of the year.
So if that front seven can't get home, which I don't think they will, I think that
Dude, Nick Bosa is a fucking animal.
Yeah, he is. But the Chiefs receivers are so quick that I don't know. I
They're
think
all really fast.
yeah, if it comes down to quarterbacks,
Sports talk.
I think the Chiefs are going to dominate.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay. Patrick Mahomes is better than Jimmy Garoppolo. That's fair.
Did you guys watch the dodgeball competition?
I saw
Yesterday?
like a piece of it while I was at the gym yesterday, but I don't know.
Did you watch the quarterback competition?
I saw Russell Wilson, but he was literally him and Deshaun Watson were the only quarterbacks I saw.
Yeah.
Did you see that ludicrous display last night?
Yes.
The thing about Arsenal is they,
They always try to walk it in.
in.
Yeah. You don't gotta tell me, buddy. Hey, Oscars are coming up.
Hey, that's something I know more
Yeah, we talk about Oscars.
about. I
That's
heard,
my Oscar song.
yeah. Who's your pick for, or what's your pick for best film?
1917. I'm taking it.
I haven't seen it yet.
I think I agree with that.
So good.
I
Go see
honestly-
it. I'll go see it with you if you'd like.
When I-
It's like good.
Me and Lisa are planning on seeing it.
we could go see it. We could go see it for
When?
free.
Probably next weekend.
Oh, we're gonna. Okay, yeah.
I'm working next weekend. If we go see it in the afternoon, maybe I could go with
I mean,
you.
yeah.
No, don't plan around me. Live your
Anywho,
life.
You've seen Parasite, so that's of the movies you've seen. That's probably your top movie of the year, right?
Which one?
Parasite.
Parasite? Yeah. Maybe.
That's probably what would win. So Parasite before 1917, I would have picked Parasite too, and immediately after 1917, I still would have picked Parasite.
Okay.
Now, like 2 weeks later, however long it's been, 1917 is better.
Okay.
It's a better movie,
It looks awesome.
and it's much more like my type of movie
Very
too.
good.
And I really fucking like Parasite.
Right.
But yeah,
I'm not a war movie guy.
Neither
Does
is
that
Emily, but
apply?
she fucking loved
Right.
it, dude.
it's not like I mean it's about the war, sure, but it's
Right.
not really.
It's
about
not
character.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, let's focus on the battle.
it's just the-
totally character.
It's just the vehicle.
yeah.
Is it like glorify war?
No.
No.
If anything, the exact opposite.
Yeah,
All right,
really
I'm into
tears
it
it
then.
down.
Which I think
do it.
is way better. I'm not a glorified war guy, and I like war movies.
yeah,
That's the shit that makes me like. I mean, Top Gun's like a fun movie.
Sure.
But
But I mean, like of the
it's
war,
a propaganda film.
But when you think of like war movies, like the best ones are not at all glorification
no, I know.
of
Yeah.
wars.
That's why
Black
I
Hawk's
asked.
Down.
That's not a glorification. Have
No.
you seen Black Hawk Down?
Yeah, no, that's
Saving
what I'm saying.
Private Ryan.
It's one of the
Saving Private
best
Ryan.
ones.
Yeah.
What's your favorite like style of movie? Like subject of a movie? Yeah. Like genre.
Are you like trying to put me in a box right now? You're like, oh, this guy likes.
Don't
war
put
movies.
labels on me, bro.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
real talk. Dramas. Like probably if I had to like narrow it down, probably like gangster movies.
I like gangster movies a lot.
Yeah.
Like American Gangster. Like
so good.
The Departed is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I love
Fantastic.
that movie.
Yeah.
Gangster movies are very
I'd say like
yeah.
I'd say like slice of life or just sci-fi fantasy is my favorite.
I can
Slice
get
of
that.
life.
Slice of life, like
Dan in
pretty much
real life.
pretty much anything that the Coen brothers have made,
Okay.
Very good.
where it's just like kind of a week out of one interesting character's life.
Yeah, I think dramedy. That's a really you can
See,
do a
and I
lot
can
of
get
really
behind that,
cool
too.
things.
Like
with-
Forgetting Sarah Marshall is probably my favorite movie.
I think it's just a comedy, bro.
I would call it almost a dramedy, but I
wouldn't.
yeah, either way.
I like a nice, real dumb comedy.
Me too.
Well, that's just fun, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
put it in like the best.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
it's different.
Yesterday, during the I guess it was right after the Pro Bowl dodgeball thing.
Yeah.
They were asking Terrell Davis, Terrell.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's Terrell, isn't it?
The running back from the Broncos forever
Terrell.
ago.
Who's
Terrell?
Terrell?
Terrell Davis.
Owens. I'm mixing him up.
It's Terrell Davis.
So they asked him how he's going to coach up his team for the dodgeball thing, and they go.
Just rely on their athletic ability
Yeah.
of being freaks.
He says, "Well, I learned during my time in the league that if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball." And he goes like this to the camera, right?
Yeah.
And then they put like a dodgeball, like a little, like the movie poster up there. I'm like, I mean, why did I need that explained? Like,
Yeah.
I got it, but even if I didn't get it, I wouldn't be like, well, what was that? And
Why
I need
hated that?
I need to know why that's there, but
Yeah.
they put that little stupid logo up there.
Yeah, I think explaining
What
it
channel
is
was this on?
Dumb.
Yes,
ESPN.
They
Oh,
should
man.
have put just the Ocho symbol up.
Oh, that would
That would
yeah,
be way
just-
funny.
Subtle,
Yeah.
but
That would have been way funny.
That's brilliant.
yeah, that's way
what
better.
I
Even
would've done.
fewer people would have gotten it, but the joke would have been so much better for the people that landed.
It's
with it.
additive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emily and I went out to dinner. A couple
Also,
nights
what would
ago.
you call a dramedy? That's bothering me.
Dramedy?
Like, give me a movie.
it's
Oh,
something with
Like
strong
Raising
dramatic.
Arizona.
Never seen it.
Well, okay. Well, that's a.
It's a movie with equally dramatic and comedic scenes.
Little Miss Sunshine?
sure.
Yeah,
that's a good
absolutely.
example.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
You
feel
did
bad.
it.
Fargo.
I fall asleep every single time I watch that movie.
You're a fool.
I've started like 4 times.
Anyways, Emily and I were out to dinner the other night.
Where'd you go?
And Shiki. Gotta say, wasn't impressed.
I never.
It's normally pretty good, but the prices are too much in the food. Aki's just better and
Yeah,
cheaper.
Aki is better.
I don't know why we went there. Actually, no, I do because I
terrible
said,
night.
I said to Emily, I really want ramen, and she said, "Oh, Shiki has ramen," and I said, "Cool."
Aki
we'll go
also
there.
has ramen.
Yeah, I know, but
it's
when
better.
she said Shiki, she thought she was saying Aki.
Oh, so she.
so we
said
just
the
went to
wrong-
Shiki when neither of us
She's a
preferred
racist.
it.
That's super funny.
Emily's racist.
No,
Vanilla Sunday podcast
no,
opinion.
that's not an opinion. That's a Brandon opinion. Emily's not racist.
I mean, I don't think that either.
Although she did get her DNA results back recently, all white.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 100%
100%.
that bitch.
She would have enjoyed that more, but no. Anyways, we went to dinner. That's not
Tashiki,
important.
and you hated it.
There was a
Got it.
guy in a booth a couple of things down telling a Tom Segura bit
Oh.
very poorly.
Oh,
It
my
was the
favorite.
one about 48 hours and how people confess really soon.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then, the guy will be like, oh, you had a blue shirt on. And then the other guy will be like, oh, I did it. And then he's like, lie longer. And I was just like sitting there, like, I'm about to lose my fucking mind, dude. Like, I hate this.
It's like Michael Scott on Diversity Day trying to say the Chris Rock joke.
yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. But even like Michael Scott
He's
did a better
funny,
job
yeah.
than this guy did. Like, it was so bad.
How wild is it? Like, some people just aren't funny.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
at all.
They have
Yeah.
no comedic ability.
That would
Guys.
be so terrible.
Yeah.
I think you need them. you need the
To make
people.
Brian feel better about himself.
You got to have the people who aren't funny. Like funny people don't build bridges. I don't think. If they did,
They burn them.
yeah, I don't think funny people make like. I don't think an engineer is typically going to be like a very funny person.
Got it.
Yeah, like I meant literal bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if they were?
Yeah.
What
if
if
they
everyone
were?
was funny?
I mean, they're
Bridge wouldn't
definitely-
work.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
If
Just
every-
because someone's
Bridge
funny
falling.
doesn't mean they can't do things.
Also,
No.
if everyone is funny, is no one funny?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
No, because then we're all just laughing all the time.
No, we're all the same.
Yeah, but you still laugh.
If they're,
Eh.
Think of a world without humor.
If
Nobody's laughing. If everyone's funny, everyone's laughing.
what about it just be different humor? Like some people are dry humor and some are
Yeah.
Jeff.
Would you rather be funny and sad or dumb and happy?
So stay the same.
Did you say? Wait, what were the two options?
Like
Funny and
Funny
sad
and
or
sad.
dumb and happy.
usually with
funny
he's-
and
He's
sad.
drawing a correlation
Or
between smart,
dumb.
smart
Yeah.
people and funny people.
If you're smart, you're
smart,
funny.
I think that smart people generally are funnier.
I think that's fair.
But you just said
But I also
engineers
think-
aren't that funny.
I think it's
Yeah.
like a bell curve because I think like super smart people, not funny,
Yeah.
like at all.
Correct.
Well, hold on.
Correct.
Okay.
Robin Williams is super funny, and that idiot killed himself.
Yo,
Dude.
why would you do that?
Come on, man.
Don't commit suicide. It's dumb. There we go.
Anyway, which would you rather be?
That was the problem.
Positive.
I would rather still be funny.
You guys are
rather
funny
be funny.
people, and
We are funny people.
Yeah, and you have your problems with happiness at times. Yeah, would you rather be like a boring happy person?
No,
No.
no way, no way.
If I'm happy,
What makes me happy
I'm cool.
if I have no humor in my life?
Like your dumbness, man.
So basically, you're just a dumb.
I'm happy to go dig ditches.
You're happy.
ignorance.
There's nothing wrong with digging ditches. First off, like that's 2 different times.
No, there's
on this
nothing wrong with
podcast
it,
that you
but
have
I don't
made
wanna do
digging
it.
ditches a bad thing.
I don't want to do it. So it's a bad thing
There's
for
a guy
me.
out there listening.
you're
I
just
also-
so
I-
dumb that
Hey!
you don't even know how to be sad.
Also don't want to be a doctor. I'll say that.
Why not?
It sounds icky.
That would not be very funny.
My
kind
hands
of-
are too shaky for that shit.
I'm glad we all did that. At least we have video now.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be. I think I'd rather be like dull and happy.
You'd rather be a happy fool,
Yeah,
but I
Yeah.
mean, you're funny and happy though.
I'm not always happy.
No, nobody's always happy. That's
But
part
if
of
okay,
life.
Okay,
no,
That's
So
I
what
mean
I
that's
mean
always
is
the problem with
always
these
be happy.
one or the other things because nothing is black and
so
white.
you're
No one
always
wants
happy,
only one or the other.
but you're not funny.
I am.
Or
I
you're
am
always sad and you are funny.
I am
That's
bummed
like-
out more often than I'm happy.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
Sad,
unfortunate.
bro.
yeah.
You should let me babysit your kid.
Go do some stuff that is
She
happy.
helps. She helps. It's but yeah, I mean, it tends to come along with with somebody with like a sense of humor. They're usually trying to cover something up.
That's fair. I think that's reasonable.
What?
Would you
Trying
say
to cover something up?
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
a deep sadness.
Like
Oh,
the-
okay.
yeah.
Like a feeling.
Like
no,
extreme.
not like murder.
Well, you gave a good example. Like one of the funniest people to ever live couldn't handle it. Like Anthony Bourdain, like not crazy funny, but like
He was
hey,
funny.
He probably was.
he
right?
was funny?
But
I mean, look at like the people he surrounded himself
Yeah.
with. They were like funny people.
yeah.
Obama.
Have you seen that bit where
Yes.
DOS racist jumps out of a freezer? It's fucking hilarious.
Have you seen it?
No.
Me neither.
Leftovers, they'll be so delicious tomorrow. Jesus.
Tony. Hey, Tony.
There's musicians in my fridge. What?
So good.
The description though.
Yeah.
The description got me.
Das Racist was a band.
The only thing
Just
I
so
know
people
about
know.
Dos
Yeah.
Races is we at the Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
We at the
Oh, yeah.
Taco Bell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's that band.
That or Michael Jackson. $1
Oh
million.
yeah, I know that one too. You feel me?
Holler.
But I think like all the funniest people in the world have like I bet Joe Rogan. That's probably why not putting him in the funniest people in the world.
Okay,
Hold
good.
on. But in
He's
that
not even like top 50.
that upper echelon of comedians in level of fame.
Yes.
Sure.
Like he's probably like in the top 10.
Yes. So Joe Rogan, that's probably why he works out as often as he does.
Yeah. Well, he talks about that openly.
Yeah.
Like how he like used to get picked on, and so he
Yeah.
felt powerless, and so he worked out and like trained in martial arts, and now
that and
he's
so he
not.
could wrestle the people out of situations on Fear Factor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that real?
I mean, that's
probably not.
No, that's probably part of it.
I just
no.
like to point out that he used to be the host of Fear Factor.
Yeah.
That's
don't
basically
forget.
what launched him.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, that in news radio. He had a
because his role on Fear Factor was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
All
mean, he's a
right,
comedian.
You have
Hey.
to eat bugs.
Yeah.
there's a clip of a dude. There's a clip of a dude on that show kind of getting in his face.
He chokes a dude out on that
Yeah.
show. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tight.
I thought it was Fear Factor, not Kink Factor.
It is Fear Factor, not
Oh,
King Factor.
Okay.
It can be a little bit of both, man.
What if your fear is your kink, your own kink?
My fear is that joke falling flat.
Oh no.
I helped
come
with
to
that,
light.
and I'm sorry.
But like I mean, who else? Like
I mean, look at like every comedian that is like actually funny. Like none of them grew up with a silver spoon in their mouth.
yeah.
That's just the reality.
Except
Who?
what's his name? With the Pete Holmes. I think he had a
Well, yeah, but his whole life fell apart.
Yeah,
that's what made
that's
it funny.
true.
Like his wife cheated, and his whole crisis of faith. And
Yeah.
everything.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess that's
Because
not
he
fair of me to
sucked
say.
before that.
Comedy comes from struggle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Humor, I think, a lot of the times is just a way of dealing with pain.
Art in general
You
comes
said that.
from
Yeah.
Fuck.
struggling.
Yeah.
You don't make good art by just like
Being happy all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We should do drugs. We
Sure.
should do some drugs, get addicted, and then we'll be sad about it.
Yeah.
Art. No?
There's other ways to
Nobody's
be
in on this
sad.
plan.
no.
There's other ways to be
I
sad?
feel like I think the drugs part
Drinking?
is usually just a byproduct of the other issues.
It's like maybe people who aren't funny that are also sad do drugs. You ever met Mitch Hedberg?
Oh, funny drug addict.
Yeah.
I think like you're.
Yeah, like most comedians.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a little bit like cars. Like you're like a Mazda 323. You know, it's never in the shop. You know, it gets its oil changes regularly. But then there's your.
Yeah, Mazda 323.
Then you got your Ferrari that like
That you drive for a day and then have to take it to the shop.
can't take it over a speed bump. You know, it's like that. Comedians are the Ferraris of people.
I don't get this analogy.
I don't
at all.
understand
You really
that
fucked
either.
that one up, buddy. That
They're
was a really bad analogy.
You're not smart enough or funny enough.
He's saying that comedians
Dillard.
are overpriced
Go
and
dig a
not
ditch.
practical.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why don't you go dig a ditch, Jeff?
Is that right? Did I hit that one on the head?
Hey, you wanted to talk about some basketball?
Ah.
it's more about. It's not bad. Yeah, I mean it is.
So I was watching the.
Somebody spit on your screen.
Not watching the game.
Sorry again.
I don't know what the. I have to clean this screen like every day, and I don't know if other people have this problem.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I sneeze a lot though, so that might be a part of it.
I think. Yeah, I have to clean my whole computer every day. Like Apple won't just make something with like that Alcantara on the surfaces. I kind of want that.
Alcantara?
Yeah. It's like the.
He's a Spaniard.
Oh, it's the like material on the Surface Books.
Yeah, yeah.
I literally couldn't tell you
feels
the
nice.
last time I cleaned my laptop, and I've had it for like 6 years.
Oh,
Probably
there's
got
that thing.
jizz all up in that
It's
thing.
got a glaze, dude.
I don't jerk off with my laptop often.
Over 10 years.
Yeah. You jerk off with it
Glaze.
more than you clean it, so
Yeah.
Oh,
gonna
that's
say that-
definitely true.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
there's some jizz on it.
You know, the other day I was like typing on it, and there was like a little bit of
I thought
something.
I misheard you say type. I misheard you say tug instead.
Oh, that's fine.
I was tugging on it.
I was not at this time, but I was like typing on it, and I realized there was like a little thing, and I was like, "Oh, that's probably jizz." And so I like scraped it off, and I like had it in.
fingernail?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna wash my hands, whatever. Like you never
you
gotten
got
jizz on your hand
nail,
before.
dude.
You never gotten jizz on your
I
hand.
don't think I've gotten jizz under my fingernail.
Brandon, did you?
I have.
Did you wash your hands though? Did
Yeah. Okay. The moral of the story is like I scratched
It's
it off.
his jizz.
I scratched it off, and it wasn't
fun to
jizz.
say.
It was like a syrupy thing.
Jizz?
No,
What was it?
I don't know, but it wasn't jizz.
Was it one of those like
Was it
things like when you open mail, it's got that glue on it?
Oh, I know exactly
Oh, I
what you're
love
talking
that
about.
stuff.
love that
I-
stuff.
dude, that's
No,
fantastic.
It was yes, it was closer to that than jizz. I
Oh,
would say.
did one of the stickers like peel off? Like on the
No,
top
see,
of it,
and
like one of
maybe
these?
because
Was it a
'cause
booger?
It was like by one of
Oh,
the
it was a boogie.
keys.
Was
Yeah.
it a booger?
No, it wasn't a booger. It wasn't a
don't-
booger.
You don't know what it was. It,
was.
could have been a booger.
There was like too much of it to be a booger.
Huh? Was it two boogers?
I don't know. I've
I
had
don't
some big
know.
boogers in my life, man.
Same here,
guess.
buddy.
I guess.
You ever had
Coats
one
the
that felt like
finger.
you were pulling it out of your skull?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have that all the
100%,
time,
like
dude.
Sticks to your hairs.
Or when you have it like all around your finger, like you dipped it in hot candle wax.
Yuck. I never had that before.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
So basketball.
More of the story, it wasn't jizz, but I did wash my hands afterward.
Good,
Why did that happen?
good.
Whatever, dude.
The Kansas State fight. You guys see that?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I saw a gif of it, and then I moved on with my life.
All
I
right,
seemed to be
so-
real
Are we
fascinated.
gonna take a pause to watch it? Yeah, turn it more towards.
Do you think maybe I have somewhere I'm going with this?
I'm sorry.
Just make sure you
Okay.
crank that volume so I
sorry.
can sync it up later.
All right.
Turn it so Joel can see it.
Yeah, you've seen this already, Brian.
Oh.
All right. So what we just saw there,
Was a man fall down?
Well, he got swatted
he got swatted hard
No.
to
Okay.
end the game, and
I
the game
couldn't
is
to end
see
the
it.
game. The game's like over.
the game is
right?
out of hand.
So Kansas wasn't having it, right?
No.
So they went to the guys. He steals the ball from Kansas. They're down. Was it 22?
Yes.
Is that math right? I
With
don't-
like no time left. Like the
Right.
game is over.
so they
It's 22.
Thanks, Jeff.
a guy on Kansas State steals the ball and just goes in for a layup to make it,
20.
a million minus one
Basically.
to end the game. And Kansas wasn't having it.
Yes.
And a man swatted his soul out of his body.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And
then we have some expert analysis.
There's no conviction. Oh, this
Oh.
is terrible. This is really bad.
They're like stomping people. This is bad.
There will be ramifications. There's no point.
I agree. All
guy
I see
doesn't
is a lot
care.
of people standing.
Yeah. I don't see a lot happening, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, now.
That is not acceptable.
I'm just going to keep it going.
God, Jesus. I hate announcers. Get into it for once.
No, when Joe Buck.
This is terrible.
Yeah. When Joe Buck like called Myles Garrett hitting, what's that fucker's name? The quarterback for the Steelers. Mason Rudolph. When like Myles Garrett hit him, that was a great call.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, but like get it. This guy's just like, oh,
That's
come
Bill
on,
Self.
this is
That's the coach of
unacceptable.
Kansas.
What's his name?
Bill Self. He's probably gonna get fired after this year. They are not good.
All right, now there's a man attacking another man with a chair. Thinks better of it. What I want to know is this guy right here in the white hat.
Oh yeah.
Do you think he was watching? Hold on. Oof. You're dead. I killed you. Go to class. All right, now, so that got me thinking about what's the best sports fight ever?
Got me thinking about West Side Story.
In what way?
Me neither. Not
Sharks
me.
and the Jets.
What?
Never seen it.
Sharks and the Jets.
It's fighting.
It's fighting. They fight.
They dance fight.
I thought it was a musical.
You think that's the best
It
one?
is, but it's a musical about fighting.
It's a musical based on Romeo and Juliet, if that helps.
It's essentially Romeo and Juliet, but it's with like,
Did they ever fight?
yeah.
Yeah, but it's choreographed.
Yeah.
and it's dance fighting.
So
Yeah.
why is this like? Why is it like this?
Because
I
they
don't know. It
look-
just reminded me of like two sides going at each other. That's what
Yeah.
came to mind. Also,
Well,
like
if
nobody
we're
was.
doing
I
that-
didn't really see anybody.
I'm reminded
hit.
of the Trojan War. Two sides
Oh.
going against each other.
No, but I didn't really see
There's
anybody
some good
hit.
guys. There's some bad guys. It's the Trojans and the Greeks.
I get it, Jeff.
Me too. I'm just pointing out the absurdity.
Brandon's
But
been
I-
taking a history class.
Do you guys have a favorite sports fight
It's a humanities class.
Favorite sports fight?
that you've ever seen?
Actually, yes, and it was in person and not professional.
Whoa, what was it?
So much fun.
What was it?
So when I was a freshman in high school, I went.
We were friends.
Yes, we were actually. But it was before we were like best friends. Was it? Yeah, because I was still hanging out with like Alex McKay and Giovanni
Question.
Medilli and shit.
Who?
Yes.
Question:
Yeah.
Do you think we're best friends?
That's rude. That hurts my feelings.
He did say I was his best friend last week.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But anywho, so freshman year of high school, Southridge did not have a hockey team, but they had like a club team that was called the Southridge Suns, but they weren't affiliated necessarily, but it was all kids who went to Southridge High.
That's too confusing
I don't get it.
for me.
Oh, it's like they're doing like Little League, but they're all from Southridge, and they called their team Southridge Suns, right? Is it like
literally
that?
what I just said? Yes.
Okay, I don't know what a
Okay.
club team is.
Oh,
A club
okay.
team sounds to me like it's a school club.
Sure. Okay. Sure. Whatever.
We get it now, Brian.
It was this. Okay. The Southridge Suns were playing another. I don't even remember what other team it was, but they were-
Kamaikan Braves.
it might have been. Honestly, I don't know. But they were decimating them. Like it was 5-0, and it was over. Like it was the third period in the game, and the match, the hockey match, was over.
You want to call it a game?
I don't think so. I think it's a match. The hockey contest,
That's weird.
right?
As much as I pay attention to sports, I don't know what a hockey.
Would you say game?
game.
Say a
Hockey
hockey
game.
game.
Hockey game.
Hockey game.
But is it a match?
That sounds weird.
A soccer game?
Hockey match sounds weirder.
No, it doesn't. I
Soccer
disagree.
match sounds right.
What do you call
Baseball game, football game, basketball game, tennis
boxing,
match.
boxing match?
Yeah.
Games
I
have
think
matchups.
hockey is a game.
I mean, they're all games.
Yeah.
They all have matchups.
They're all
Tennis,
games.
tennis, it's a match because they
Yeah.
have game as part of the scoring system.
Yeah. Mm.
Yes.
Game, set, match.
Also,
Chess
they
match.
do 0,
They don't call it a
15,
chess
and
game.
4.
That's
What is
'cause
it?
it's
30,
1v1.
40?
And it's not even zero.
Tennis is one.
It's love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, so you think a match is just 1v1?
what it feels
Boxing
like.
match?
It's a soccer match.
Soccer match, though. That's right.
Yeah.
I always said soccer.
All right, this is beyond me.
Dodgeball match. Maybe because it's two
Dodgeball
teams.
isn't a sport.
I saw it on ESPN.
Last
The
night.
Ocho doesn't
no,
count.
I saw it on 2. It was England.
Couldn't make it to 1.
It was England versus Wales, and England smoked them up, bro, dude. It was actually entertaining. It was fun to watch. I will say that.
That's pretty good.
I would.
Oh, this would be a good segue, but we're not done with yours yet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But no, so anyway, so Southridge is just it's 5-0 and the game is over. Like they've just been crushing them the whole game.
Right.
Fuck, I hate saying game. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So like literally the last 2 minutes, it's just different dudes fighting each other. It was fucking
With
awesome.
like 5 1v1s.
Pretty much, yeah. But more than that because there's more than that players on the team.
Oh, the whole team, not even just the people in, but like they cleared the benches.
I don't even think they did that. There was just like 5 or 6 different fights between hockey players from opposing teams.
Wow,
It was awesome.
that's pretty fun.
Yeah, and we were like just real into it. I mean, because I don't fucking care about hockey.
Yeah.
I want to care about hockey because Seattle's getting a team, but I don't fucking care.
I'm going to try. I'm going to do
Yeah.
what I can to get
Yeah,
into it. I'm
me
also
too.
going to be paying attention to the XFL.
Me too. That Barstool podcast, the
Yeah.
part of my take, one of the dudes tried out for the XFL as a kicker. Electric.
Yeah?
They like released this video, like basically just like a documentary of like his road to the XFL. I mean, spoiler alert, didn't make it, but it was hilarious. Yeah,
That's pretty fun.
It's awesome.
They
And the
changed,
XFL leaned into it too. They were like, "Oh, sorry, PFT commenter," and like all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
They changed punting rules. Like the kicking team can't cross the line of scrimmage until the ball is actually kicked.
That's the rules in the NFL too.
No, they like as soon as it snaps.
Oh,
they go.
punting?
Yeah, punting.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
So
that means there will be more punt returns.
yes,
Yeah, which
so
means it's more dangerous.
they're
More
allowing them.
injuries, yeah.
Well, but well, you know what? I don't know because like a lot of the danger in a punt return would like not concussions. It's every play has
Yeah.
concussion potential.
Yeah.
But that's my band name. The
Concussion potential.
Not good. Abbreviates to CP.
coming from a dude having people run at him while he's like.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's yeah.
So you have like 2 extra seconds. They're gonna like try to increase that, and then the extra points. You have a 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point option. That's gonna be sweet.
But it's plays, not kicks, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No. There are no. Yeah.
So the game versus match thing seems to be not to. I wasn't listening to anything you guys
No,
said.
I'm curious about it still.
It seems like sports that originated in the United States are referred to as games, whereas like British or
I was
other
gonna say
Commonwealth
matches.
are matches.
Like
Sounds
a
like
cricket
So,
match.
hockey match.
Hockey is Canadian.
yeah. So it kind of goes. I was looking that up, and
American.
it's both of them are used
Correct.
like interchangeably
Okay.
with hockey.
I think of a hockey match. Why do I think that? I don't know, but that's what I think of.
It's also like a lot of like I said earlier, if games constitute a form of like points, like if you
Yeah.
win the first quarter of something, then you get a point or something like that.
Sure.
Then it's a
Oh,
match.
okay.
Because those would be individual games combined. Into
Like a volleyball match because you have first to 5 games.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. We did it.
Sounds like some European garbage to me.
And then besides that,
some crumpets?
my
Bunch of
favorite
Euro
my favorite
gobbledygook.
sports fight was the one where Odor
Yeah.
fought Jose Batista.
Yeah, that's up there for me. That's
That's up there too.
that's a good one.
When he follows up with the glove hand.
Yeah,
Fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
like that's the only one.
Very funny.
That one, they're both Texas Rangers. That one,
Oh.
and Nolan Ryan getting.
I was gonna say the Nolan Ryan where
yeah.
he puts a dude in the headlock and punches him in the face
Yeah.
20 times.
Yeah.
That's the best sports.
they
fight.
would play that at that dude that he got in the headlock. Ended up coaching the White Sox or managing. Sorry, the White Sox. Whenever the White Sox would play in Arlington, they'd play that video.
That's really fucking funny.
I was thinking about this Astros deal. Like, I want to watch the first game they play in Oakland. The Astros play in Oakland because as crazy as those fans are, like the A's have like the smallest number of fans, but every single one of them is out of their mind. Like they're
into
all going to bring trash cans. I know they're going to bring trash cans to the stadium and just beat on them.
They might even like the A's might give people trash cans.
Right. Yeah. As a
can
giveaway,
back
it's
to the
brilliant. Like the A's, they
smart.
use like vuvuzelas and stuff. The
Pretty
A's are
sure
out
that
of their
stadium
mind.
is made of trash cans.
Yeah. Somebody does a giant bat to hit
It
their
just is
stadium.
a giant trash can.
But Rugnet Odor is probably my favorite one because that's the only time where like a retaliation in baseball, somebody actually punched somebody.
Yeah,
Right.
Mostly it's a lot of swinging, flailing, throwing gloves,
Yeah.
bullshit.
Or they
Staring
just
at
get in
you,
each other's
yeah.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite until I came across this one.
Okay.
So
What's this one?
we've got UCLA at Arizona.
Oh no, I can see the score. That is not
Pac-
close.
Pac-12, baby.
It's 42-7 in the end of the second half. So
Oh my God.
we got
into the second
real,
half or into the second quarter?
I do not remember this.
we got
That's a lot.
we got ourselves a butt clencher.
What's the score? I can't see.
42-7.
42-7. Sorry.
Not close.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
We got last play, second half.
Yes.
Or first half.
Yes.
We're going to halftime. We'll see what happens after that. But the game seems a little boring at this point, does it not? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, let's just go
I've
home.
tuned it out. I'm over watching Boy Meets World.
I'm with you.
I don't know. There's been a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah. You're thinking
At least it's in Arizona.
maybe something fun will happen, is what you're thinking. All right. Let's just see what happens. We'll go into halftime.
It's easy to be giggly and have fun when it's 42-7.
As it giggles.
And here's the other thing, too, guys.
We've got a fake ref, running onto the field, stopping the play with a whistle.
Spoiler alert.
He's taking off his clothes.
He looks like Rob Dyrdek.
When you lose, it's a problem. And
Now, he ran away and took off his clothes. Like television, it's boring. They're like, we're not going to show this hooligan, right?
Yeah.
So, but
He ran on the field blowing the whistle.
yeah. And
He's the
then
one who stopped the play.
Yeah. So then,
things going
this happened for some other reason.
They started fighting?
Yeah, kind of unrelated to the nude man. Is this bench clearing brawl at midfield? Right before halftime.
Where's the nude man?
Dude, we're only,
That's what
He
I was
slipped
thinking.
away in the chaos.
this video is 5 minutes long. Is there
We're not,
more?
we're not gonna
So-
watch the whole
okay,
thing.
okay.
That's always what they call streakers is knuckleheads, dude. That's
Yeah.
like the standby.
my
But do you think that the announcers like they have to say it, but they're thinking like, oh yeah, that guy's awesome.
I don't know if streaking
know
is
I'd be thinking-
awesome,
No, the
but
problem
it's,
is-
it's funny.
To come on the field in a fake ref uniform.
No,
It
that's
takes
fucking
some
hilarious.
balls.
The play
That's
dead.
funny.
But I feel like a lot of people who announce like football or whatever it is, they're like old school.
Like
Yeah, they're
respect
like,
the game.
integrity
Yeah,
of the
exactly,
game has been
exactly.
compromised due to this man's penis flopping about the field.
AKA they're boring as fuck.
Right.
That's true.
But you're thinking maybe there's more to it. I'd like to see what happened with the guy. Well, his friends were in the stadium. Oh, fuck yeah. And they filmed. Let me
Watch
start
as
this
he
over.
disrobes into the referee
Yeah.
costume.
I mean, I assume they're his friends.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, taking off the Arizona gear he had on, and then
Oh, I love
whistle
this guy.
blowing.
I love this guy.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
He doesn't recognize the crew member. Oh, down to the whitey tighties.
Oh, I love this guy.
He did.
Ripping off the ref shirts. Oh,
He has a Speedo on.
oh, he got tackled by the sheriff.
Very tackled.
Yeah.
Oh, his friend is about it. I'm pretty sure
Oh
that's
shit, there's a fight.
I'm
Hey,
pretty sure
Greg.
that's a felony.
Greg.
We gotta go.
Cops.
He had no Jesus, this guy. He had no evasive maneuvers.
No,
I don't think he really
He didn't
cared.
even finish getting naked before the end zone.
He's probably hammered. I love
That was
guy.
but that's a whole planning thing. He wasn't drunk the whole time.
That's fair. He
Yeah.
had to plan. He knew it was going to happen.
He had tear off clothes ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't-
Underneath another secret outfit.
Yeah.
I love that guy. Good for that guy.
So that's my favorite. That's now my favorite. That's now my favorite fight. I think.
It's not really a. I feel like the fight is irrelevant.
Yeah, me too.
Right when
like
the fight is
fighting.
not as good as just the normal guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy in the stands screaming his fucking lungs out about he's never had anything exciting happen in his life.
Yeah.
Should we do an ad?
Yeah.
All right.
I wrote one.
All right. You got.
You want to do yours first?
Sure. Doesn't matter.
I can do mine or you can do yours.
Right. Do yours first.
Please.
I was gonna rock paper scissors, but
No, fuck that.
Shoot.
scissors sharpens itself on a rock.
I heard somebody say Ben Shapiro's the kind of guy who says gun beats everything, rock, paper, scissors. I laughed about it.
That's pretty fair. Read your ad.
Hey, everybody, this episode of the podcast is brought to you by our friends at Green to Go Wellness. You know about CBD, but do you know why it matters? Everybody has an endocannabinoid. Is that way right?
I don't like that.
That one's right.
I like it.
Cannabinoid.
Your endocannabinoid system is involved in the regulation of multiple functions, including anxiety and emotion, inflammation, sleep, and metabolism. And CBD is a great way to help you with all of that, in
Right
my
now.
opinion.
Okay.
Green to Go Wellness has the largest
Endocannabinoid.
selection of the most reputable CBD brands in the area with over 100
It's-
lab-tested
It's
products
cannabinoid.
on the shelf right there in the store, including pre-rolls, concentrates, hemp flour, capsules, lotions, edibles, and tinctures. And you know they didn't forget about Fluffy.
Is that your
Fluffy.
dog?
Is that a cat?
My dog's Does
Does it work on cats too?
Yeah, sure.
Your dog fat.
Yeah.
Hey!
Like a Gabriel Iglesias Fluffy.
Dogs are great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dogs are great.
You know what's good?
Dogs.
A relaxed dog.
No, it's good, man.
My thighs are sore.
Why?
I did exercises.
Good.
It's good.
I'm glad you're in pain.
You know what would have helped with easier the CBD.
That's why I brought it up, of course.
I think that would work. They have online ordering with no prescription needed, and they're located right here in historic, beautiful downtown Kennewick in the old Fran's Bread Warehouse on Columbia Drive.
There.
There's a gas station down the street.
But what if you can't go to Green to Go?
Well, Green to Go will go to you. Check this out. Now they're often delivered to your home, your office, or wherever you might be about town. So go to Green to Go Wellness and make sure you help us out and mention us when you order for 10% off your order.
Promo code CHILL.
If you're ordering online, Wash your hands. If you're ordering online, go to Green to Go
calling you.
Wellness and enter the promo code CHILL for, again, 10% off your order. It will really help us out and you and us. Green to Go Wellness.
I got very robotic there at the end.
Your grandma's CBD shop. I got distracted by my phone.
Yeah, his phone was ringing.
You did the thing where like the Illuminati takes over your body and you just like
That sounded cool.
Illuminati body.
Well, you seen the Al Roker
Illuminati
thing
takes over
and the
your
Cardi
body.
B thing?
Don't be a naughty Illuminati.
Take over your body.
Anyways, can I read? Are you done with yours, Brian?
Yeah, it's over.
This episode of the podcast is also brought to you by the Tri-City Vibe.
Today, we're proud to announce our new sponsor, Decay9. You've been
Not this
nestled
shit
up
again.
next to your loving pup for years now. Your souls have become entwined, and it feels like nothing can replace that love. But the tumor on his throat is getting real big, and you don't want him to suffer anymore. Enter Decay9. They are a team of lightly trained professionals who roam around neighborhoods at night, playing a slightly out-of-tune version of Yankee Doodle Dandy from their Dodge Town and Country van. Once you sign the liability form and hand over your sweet pup, they do their magic. Due to several lawsuits, we cannot say what that magic is, but in the morning they will drop off a container not too dissimilar to an urn that they recommend you do not open. So if your beloved pup is aging, sick, or maybe just annoying, wait until the dead of night for the siren call of Yankee Doodle Dandy. Decay9. We don't have a main office. That's our new sponsor. Go find them somehow. Just listen.
Thanks to K9.
Just listen for them. And you may hear your solutions.
I thought you were gonna sing the last part in the tune of Yankee Doodle.
I tried to do it. I was legit when I wrote that. I was like trying
We
to.
don't have a main office. Our office is a van.
Yeah. But
We
damn,
do
should have
some
workshopped
magic
it.
on your dog, but legally can't talk about it.
Legally, we can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disclose. DKK9. We drive in a Chrysler. Doesn't have a sliding door. That shit was expensive.
You got Jesus Christ. Sorry, I brought it up.
This episode is also brought to you by the Tri-City Vibe. We all know the story. You've been feeling a little down because you're funny. And you start to think that today is just not your day. You go out to get a drink to unwind and shut it down and just try again tomorrow. The bartender comes up to tell you those 5 beautiful words that never fail to pick us up just a little bit.
Would you like a drink?
Would you like to fuck?
It's happy hour right now.
Forever.
Happy hour right now.
What if happy hour is hyphenated? Then that's one word.
No.
I don't think hyphenating makes...
You could say sir.
Yeah.
Or
Why
ma'am.
would you...
Person.
Human.
I feel like the follow like those words are the only words that matter, even if they say sir.
Yeah, that's true.
I like politeness.
Me too.
She tells you it's $1 off draft beers and $2 off cocktails. She runs down the list of appetizers that are included, and you feel yourself growing more confident with every word that comes out of her mouth. Maybe today wasn't that bad after all.
Brian, we need to
Hang out more.
You've had a couple drinks. You've had a couple drinks and a plate of potato skins. When she comes up to you and starts cleaning some glasses behind the bar. She asks you how your day is going, and you tell her that before you got there, honestly, it wasn't the best. But this has been the pick-me-up that you needed. She says, because of me or the drinks?
Nice.
What the fuck is going on? Did you write down a wet dream you had and worked it out as an ad?
I got a story.
It's a fanfic.
Yeah, there you go.
She's
That
noticed
was
your
light.
confidence. Yeah, she's noticed your mood change. And you look right into her eyes and you say, maybe a little of both.
Oh, God, I hate it.
She giggles.
He fell asleep. He fell asleep watching
she Ricky
Cinemax last
Gervais?
night.
In that moment, she drops a martini glass and tries to catch it before it hits the ground. She catches it between her wrist and the bar top. It shatters and cuts her badly.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ.
You jump over the bar and grab a towel to apply pressure to the wound. You notice in that moment that your faces are close enough to touch. You decide to lighten the mood. You say, a lot of garlic on those potatoes, huh? She says, I have some gum. And then you make love. All this was made possible by Happy Hour. This could all happen for you tonight, but where do you go to find
cut
the
her
best
wrists
deals?
open.
Yeah, but you saved
On
the day.
accident.
Yeah, you and your stinky breath saved the day.
think they're going to fuck right after that.
You should have elevated the arm.
Rice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, rice is good for getting rid of moisture.
Like blood. Blood's wet. But where do you go to find the best deals on drinks near you? Check out the Tri-City Vibe. The Tri-City Vibe is your source for local happy hours, wine, food, blogs, entertainment news, and so much more about what's happening in the Tri-Cities.
Right now.
If you're thirsty for love, you know where to look. TriCityVibe.com. The Tri-City Vibe requests that we inform you that the views and opinions expressed in this podcast do not reflect the views of the Tri-City Vibe and their partners.
Barney and Yankee Doodle are the same song. Damn.
Hey, do you think the alphabet song shares any tune with another song?
Twinkle Twinkle.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
What are some other ones?
Honestly, never noticed that one.
Yeah, me neither.
What?
That one I think I knew. I must have known it because it came to me too fast.
Yeah.
But
Hey, if you guys are stranded on a desert island, do you think it would be a good move to eat your own jizz?
no.
I think you expend too much energy from what
Yeah.
you get out of it, right?
Yeah. Just like you can only drink your own pee once. Like you could go.
Oh, you couldn't just keep
like
recycling?
what? Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Because you like it's like basically like the law of diminishing returns.
Yeah.
Same thing. Oh. Yeah. So I guess you could eat your own jizz. Do you eat jizz or do you?
Me?
Slurp it
No.
on up, bud.
I think
Anything you can eat with a straw, is it a drink?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
if you don't have to
Yeah.
chew it, it's a drink.
I mean, within reason. Like, you suck sand through a straw. Sand is a food, obviously.
Who are you imagining making that
Who's
argument?
sucking
That's
sand?
the joke. That's the joke.
Also, I
guys.
guess you
Thank
eat mashed potatoes. You don't really have to chew that.
Instant mashed potatoes
That
is
is
kind of
food.
like sand.
That is food.
What about a really thin tomato bisque? Is that
What
a drink?
about it?
Is that a drink?
I don't have to chew it.
That's
Let's-
soup.
Oh boy.
Let's not get into this.
I agree with that.
Is an ice cube a drink?
Fuck.
Eventually.
No, it's a solid.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I
you
did.
started this.
Ice cube is
No,
not
a lot
drink.
of things
I'm,
that
I'm,
I
I'm
needed to
throwing down on that one.
Ice cube's not a drink?
Yeah.
It's a drink enhancer.
Yes.
It
That's
becomes part of your drink.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
If
a
it
drink
changes-
reducer.
Yeah. Touche. You say the same thing about jizz.
I got
suppose
some
I
jizz ice
could.
cubes,
One
ice cubes
could.
in the freezer over there. dude.
One could.
Yeah.
Could you?
I don't think it would be a reducer though.
Could you freeze jizz into ice cubes?
Oh, I'm
and
sure
then
you
put it
could.
into someone's.
That would take a
lemonade?
long time.
I don't see why not.
How's you guys' roast writing of me going?
Oh, I forgot about
I
it.
haven't even thought about it.
Unrelated to me having this idea for us to do on here, I was hosting trivia night at Copper Top, and Darren puts like a bonus thing in the back,
Oh, yeah.
like you draw this or do this, and you get like a bonus 2 points, right?
Right.
And he put in there, write your best roast of Jeff.
Nice.
And I was wearing my sweet ass Arizona Coyotes jersey, you know?
That
and-
hat.
This hat.
Was it on backwards?
No, it was on forwards.
It says Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
You've seen
and
that
then
audience.
like a pair of like red shorts.
Do you allow yourself to wear a backwards hat with that jersey on?
I sometimes, yeah, occasionally I'll dip into that realm. Anyways, I was wearing the hat, the jersey, and the
Extreme
shorts.
Kevin Smith
And
look.
the best roast that someone wrote of me, they said, "You look like a poor Billy Madison."
It's really funny.
Really bit.
It's pretty good.
Cut right to my soul there. So
Hey, Billy Madison was cool.
I think mine came in second place. I think that's fair to say. The rest of them weren't that funny though. Billy Madison was funny.
do you guys want to talk about politics before we?
Oh yeah, I'm sure you've been balls deep in the impeachment. Sure. I have not really paid attention.
I heard an old man say at breakfast this morning that this is a quote. Nobody noticed it, but I did.
Where
He
were
was
you
talking
eating?
about like
Were
some-
you at a retirement home?
No. We were eating at JD Diner in West Richmond.
Never been there.
It's nice. We've gone, Joel.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But he was talking about the Dims' crooked strategies, and he's like, and nobody noticed them doing this, but I did. And I was like, yep, you're the smartest man in the world.
What was
You're
that?
right.
Is their strategy trying to present evidence?
Their whole, yeah, it was two old men, of course, loudly discussing how the Democrats are crooked. And
I feel like I keep seeing.
Lindsey Graham said it's all about timing. I couldn't agree more.
I haven't read any of these stories, but I keep reading headlines that say like Trump's lawyers say to like reject the impeachment. I was like, I thought he had already been impeached, and then
Yeah.
we're on to the next part, right?
It's like half impeached, basically. He got impeached by.
he's impeached, and now he's going to trial, right?
Yeah.
That's the next part.
Yeah, it's going on right now.
So he's been impeached already. So why are they
He is
talking
on the-
about impeachment still?
Because the people they're talking to, not all of you, are stupid. There's regardless of how you feel about him, or whether you think that what he did was a crime or not, whether that rises to the level of removal from office or not, the idea that their defense strategy is to not have witnesses at a trial and to have this thing at night is the idea that you don't have a problem with that. Like the polls are polls, right? But 30% of the country, it's like 70% of the country is in favor of there being witnesses at a trial.
Right.
That means that 30% of the country is not in favor of hearing what people have to say about what's going on.
At a trial.
Right. So those are the just make the world burn people.
Right.
Now that there are
Or that just I don't understand what's going on.
No, I mean,
I guarantee there's like a good portion of people in there.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
it's like a
I'd say like 5%.
60-40
yeah. Yeah,
in the 30.
split. Yeah, in the 30.
you guys lost me.
it's
Not a numbers guy, huh?
Got lost in the snake somewhere.
Yeah, didn't you drop out of math class? Should have stuck with it.
Stop playing Snake during the podcast.
Not the same. Thank you.
but there's like you say I've been balls deep in it. There's a certain amount of
like
apathy
the way you
about
said
it.
balls.
deep.
I didn't say it like that.
There's
I do not believe I would describe myself as balls deep in the impeachment. No.
I put a spin on it, man.
Steep my balls somewhere.
Took liberties.
Your laptop, Brandon.
The
Classic.
Don't check it for sticky stuff.
there's been a certain amount of apathy that's set in because of the way that the process is running and the extent to which you have to wonder whether it matters. Because at this
doesn't.
point, it's a trial to influence public opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
And-
it doesn't matter. The Republicans are not going to vote to remove him from office.
Correct.
Which
That's just
is
the reality.
unconstitutional.
I mean, no, they're voting. It's their right. It's how,
No,
that's how the process
they also
works.
have a fucking responsibility to uphold the Constitution. Say whether something they have to look at it from a non-partisan point of view, which
that's
they're not
true.
going to.
Well,
but it is unconstitutional to look at it from a partisan.
It's funny because haven't super been following, but the Constitution is somewhat vague on the impeachment, like hearing, like details, right? So Mitch McConnell, as the speaker, is like within his right from the Constitution as a Speaker of the House to like control the circumstance and like the rules and shit of the impeachment trial. And then like the Republicans, like they're one of the gripes they keep saying is there's nothing new, there's no information. Because literally they're not letting there be more information.
Correct.
There's been 10 votes.
Yeah.
10 votes to
Yeah.
bring new information in. And
Well-
every single one of them they voted down.
And then the lawyers, like the president's lawyers, are up there. I mean, they're lying.
You mean Epstein's lawyers?
That's exactly right.
That's not a joke.
Yeah.
It's it's out of control. I mean, they're but
Epstein's dead.
Yeah, but they were his lawyers before they were Trump's
You know
lawyers.
what?
for
I
the
bet he
impeachment
wasn't
trial.
very funny either.
Epstein.
Yeah.
I bet he was charming.
Yeah, not the same, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just like I bet Brad Pitt's not very funny.
I think Brad Pitt's probably.
I would hang out with Brad Pitt.
I have
You know
a
what?
feeling.
He was on Between Two Ferns. But so was Hillary Clinton, and she's definitely not funny.
This is a documentary she's putting up about herself.
I heard about it.
Did you guys see that Tulsi Gabbard is suing her?
Really?
$50 million.
Yeah, $50 million
million?
for defamation, for calling
For
her
the-
a Russian
the
asset.
the Russian-
Yeah. Did you see that she said she wouldn't? She can't commit to endorsing Bernie if he wins the nomination.
That's fucked up. That is
Who,
that-
Hillary?
Hillary.
Yeah.
Hillary said that.
Fuck Hillary Clinton.
Hillary
She's a
needs to
bitch.
drop off the fucking map. She is a horrible person.
Yeah, walk to the edge and then jump.
well.
The earth is flat. Just go find the edge.
Grab Trump and bring him with you.
Yeah. Oh, no parachute.
Yeah,
baby.
but
God, what a horrible selection we had last election.
that's why we lost.
Yeah.
Well, this one's gonna be interesting. It's starting to look like it's gonna be Bernie. Yeah. And I'm
I
interested.
fucking hope so, dude.
See, I'm with you on because we talked about this not on the podcast, I don't think, about like
The socialism thing?
the word socialism being a hurdle, and I think that that's definitely true.
It is. It's the unfortunate reality, but it is. Because
Yeah.
he's not a socialist.
No.
He's a democratic socialist, and there's a distinct difference.
Here's the thing. I think, yes, the word socialism is going to rub wrong with some people's minds, but
Many
also
people.
I think
lot of people.
he's intelligent
old
enough.
people.
I think he's charming enough, and I think he has good enough ideas to overcome that.
So,
I
no,
really
and
do.
I
think
agree
if
with
you
you.
just
Not the
fucking
people. Not the people that matter, though, dude.
Like old people.
Rich old people hate him. Absolutely
and-
hate him.
and-
My parents
and-
would never vote for Bernie Sanders.
And socialism. Because
My
Bernie
brother
Sanders,
would never vote for Bernie Sanders.
What Bernie Sanders is attacking, and
they're
he's-
not the majority.
yes,
They're
however,
the people in power.
but they're the people that matter. Like, look who our president is. You know why? Because he gives tax cuts
Yeah.
and breaks to rich white people
Yeah.
and fucking corporations. And you know who gives the most money? Rich white people.
They're also the ones that are influencing the dumb Republicans.
Yes. Well, I agree, and I think Bernie has a fucking chance, and I want Bernie to be the nomination. If not, I want Elizabeth Warren. That's just me. But Because I think personally, like we tried Hillary Clinton, who is a moderate Democrat, right? We can all agree with that.
Yeah.
So try the progressive Democrat. Move the line.
Right.
Because we let the line be moved to the right.
Hillary
Like we
Clinton
did.
is also just an annoying.
No, she
human
sucks.
being.
Like, like
and I think that
Her
was
as
a
a
big part of
person
it.
is butt.
yes, totally. And
Big butt.
I always think of like the balloon thing when I think of her, and it just makes me, yeah, dude, it's so terrible. But yeah, I don't know,
Like a fucking lizard watching a fly, dude.
yeah.
She is the lizard person.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, and then there's a million different polls that fucking say if it would have been Bernie in 2016, then he would have beat Trump. So I don't know. What we need to do, and it does matter who the candidate is. It does.
Yeah.
But if it's fucking Joe Biden, or if it's Pete Buttigieg, or if it's Elizabeth or Bernie, because those are really the only real four.
I think that Joe Biden has a great chance than most of the.
And that's the argument that
Mostly
his electability
because
is,
and I've
and
said
his
this a
name
million times
recognition.
already.
Yeah,
And
but
because
fuck
he's
Joe
basically
Biden.
a Republican.
No, and that's the problem. That's why
Fuck Joe Biden.
No, and I agree. I do not want Joe Biden to win, but
Well, I want him to win if he's the
yes,
candidate.
that's the problem.
I will vote for him if he's running against
Yes.
Donald Trump.
Yeah,
Because last time I voted for fucking Gary Dickbag.
yeah, and that's a problem. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why Hillary lost.
Yeah.
is because people who don't like Hillary didn't vote for her,
Not
which
necessarily.
I understand.
Not necessarily in this state, but
Yes, sure. Our vote didn't matter. That's the reality. But no matter who the nominee is,
You kind of rally behind it.
as Democrats have to vote for them.
yeah. And really, but I think Bernie is.
I mean, barring like some crazy shit.
Bernie's a cool idea just because all the Democrats that didn't vote last time, it's because of the whole Bernie thing.
Yeah.
And because people just lost interest.
Yeah.
They didn't have the person. They didn't have a person that they could really rally behind.
The energy
So-
was sucked out of it.
Yeah, exactly. So the entire party as a whole just kind of like didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And that's why the Democrats
Yeah.
lost, really. At the end of
And,
the day.
and that's why it's fucked up that Hillary said she wouldn't endorse Bernie. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
first off, what you say doesn't matter. You are
Yeah.
not a politician anymore. You're just not.
You suck.
Yeah. Yeah, and
You're
I mean,
a
like,
sucky sucker.
I don't know. I don't want to alienate people, but like, I don't
I
know.
want to alienate Hillary. If you're listening, you bitch, we hate you. You're not a good person. You were not a good politician.
No.
Fuck Bill Clinton too.
Have you ever
Yeah.
heard of the Clinton body count?
I just don't trust rich people at all.
Well, then you can't vote for Bernie either. Like that's
Yeah, but he's not that rich. And
but he's
also-
rich.
Socialist, bro.
He's not.
talked
a
about
socialist.
it.
That's the problem. He's not a socialist.
He's a democratic socialist.
It's true. It's not the same. We need to like be about
Yeah.
that because
Yeah, it's not the
people that
same.
matter, socialist doesn't matter. They're not going to fucking vote for him. But like people that are on the fringes and stuff like that definition does matter because he is not a socialist, and he wouldn't tell you he's a socialist. It's an important distinction.
I think
And we had this conversation, and I
Yeah.
agree with you, and I understand where you're coming from.
economic socialist.
He's a democratic socialist.
Yes, which is yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We're on the same page. We got
Yes,
it.
we are.
Bernie, you could be my hero, baby.
But also, if Elizabeth Warren, Joe Biden, or Pete Buttigieg wins,
Yeah, I'll vote for them. 'Cause I mostly, yeah, of course. I'll just vote against Donald Trump, of course.
I think there are a lot of people who are going to be voting, like whether they support him or not. I think there are a lot of people who will, like I'm one of them, who will vote against their own economic self-interest
Yes.
in this scenario.
Absolutely.
Now, if it were the case that there's an ideal candidate, like someone who's good for me and good for maybe there's not.
Yeah, his name's Obama.
Well, I mean, good for my
Your wallet.
good for me economically and good for me based on the world that I live in are kind of
And-
at odds with one another.
And honestly, like the argument for that is Joe Biden. Because he's the moderate Democrat.
Yeah. Well, and there's something to be said there too, where the one more moderate candidate would maybe be the one to run against it because there are enough people who voted for Trump enough Republicans who voted for Trump who were voting for him because he's a Republican who have gotten sick of his stuff.
That's true.
And I think there are going to be a lot of people this time who are just kind of voting for a reset and then are going to go back to Republican next time.
Right.
That's probably true. Yeah.
I hope that a lot of people are just sick and tired of all of the shit that we've had to listen to over the past 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
You'd hope.
Like,
people
Way more
love
than
it.
that. 'cause
I am
leading up to it
just
as well.
fucking tired of all of the fucking scandals and
Yep.
all the shit. I'm just sick of listening about it. I'm sick of hearing about it.
Yeah.
I just want any other person.
Yeah.
I would take literally anybody as long as they are just boring.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you completely. I'd like to not be thinking about it anymore.
Yeah.
But I think we talked about. I can't remember if we talked about it on the podcast last week, but there's something going on like with when people, the mainstream media, they benefit. Like CNN, for example, like they benefit from him being in power.
100%.
Like they're not talking about Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
No.
Like
Controversy gives you views. Views give you higher ratings. Ratings give you more money from advertisers.
correct.
Did you see the thing? It was on, I think it was on CNN, where Bernie Sanders, who was leading in the poll they used as evidence, was labeled other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that?
No.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it was like 33%
Other.
Biden
30
29%.
yeah,
Like
yeah. And Bernie's
fuck,
Bernie's
dude?
name wasn't on it, and it was literally other, which was the largest category.
yeah. I have a feeling he's going to overcome it anyway. So like,
I think so too.
people know his fucking name. You don't need CNN to tell you
yeah,
No, that's
who
true.
that is.
yeah.
Well, but a lot of that's fair. That's fair.
The majority. I don't know if this is true or not. I was about to say this because I read it once,
Say it.
but I
Don't fact check anything.
more people watch Fox News than watch the other ones, right?
I'm sure that's
think
accurate.
there's a
CNN and
highest view.
MSNBC aren't the avenue to pursue. So, I mean, social media is the avenue to pursue.
Yeah.
So the strategy would need to be just to get people to vote.
Yeah.
Like in
That's how Obama won.
we've talked about this before that I'm not like anti-Republican. I'm anti those Republicans.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us are necessarily
Well,
anti-Republican. Maybe Jeff's the most.
No,
but I don't
I'm
think
not.
any of us are
I
anti-Republican.
we talked about it like 80s Republicans, like totally fine.
An 80s
reasonable.
Republican is a
It- the
Democrat
whole-
now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
The whole point of
The
like
people that were Republican is what I'm talking about.
No, I
and like
understand
some
what
of
you're
those are
saying,
still, yes, there today, but like it wasn't this pettiness that was going on.
Yeah.
It was like, here's what I think would be good for me and my family, but also for the country. I'm going to vote for that.
It wasn't even that long ago. Like George
I
Bush
know,
was
right?
like an affable candidate.
Yeah, like it's gotten so fucking out of control to where
Even John McCain, even Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
Like in hindsight, like
Amazing
dude, I would
candidates.
love if Mitt Romney ran again because
I
you
would
know what he
vote
would
for
do?
him.
Take Republicans away from Trump and we would win.
Yeah.
So,
Mitt Romney is an intelligent, well thought man. I do disagree on a few things, obviously, but I don't hate
Many
the man.
things.
I don't hate a lot of Republicans.
good
I mostly
person.
Donald Trump is a piece of shit. Mitch McConnell's a piece of shit. Lindsey Graham is a fucking moron. Ted Cruz should explode. But just like a lot of them are just like toeing the line, looking out for their own careers, which is like a totally selfish move. If you're in politics for like that's your career and that's your job, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck off.
Go in and try to do like some civic fucking duty. Go be like, like fucking meter maids. They're out there just busting their ass, trying to give, this is the laws. I'm enforcing the laws. I gotta
I
do
hate
the right
meter
thing.
maids.
Hey, you know what? They're doing their fucking jobs at least.
I know, but
that
I
might
hate
be
him.
the biggest
Politicians, go do your fucking jobs.
that might be the biggest issue in politics is the fact that the only people in charge of they're like the only people that work for themselves that
Yeah.
can decide their own like wages and shit.
Yeah.
And it's literally and we're the ones paying them.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, because that's one of Elizabeth Warren's big thing is like taking the money and the corporation stuff out of politics
Yes.
because that's where
Yeah.
they get a lot of that money. is from,
Exactly.
like,
Citizens
Yeah.
United. It's
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. So that's another reason. I mean, Bernie and Elizabeth basically have the same platform, right? It's like a very similar belief. Like they are the progressive senators. Like that is like what they do,
Right.
and they work together on legislation. But Bernie's just a little bit more extreme. So
Yeah.
yeah. But that's like her big thing is take the money out of politics. So.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that I'm sorry. Go on.
I was just gonna say it's an important thing that needs to be done.
Sure.
But
I
the only
agree.
way we can get it that it can be done is if the people that it affects the most decide to take the pay cut, basically.
Which they won't because
which-
they're greedy.
Of the four of us who would take a pay cut design that was like pointed at ourselves saying, "Oh, I make too much money."
That's fair.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean, I wouldn't right now.
I don't make too
Yeah.
much money.
Right. Yeah.
If I
But
made too
yes,
much
I
money,
understand what you're
like
saying.
legit, like I don't need, even just like $200,000 a year. That's too much. I don't need that.
There is the law of diminishing returns for the second
Yeah.
time. Like there's study after study that show after you make like 85 or whatever that number is, like you don't need.
You don't
more
need that
money
much
than
fucking money.
Well,
man.
it- like-
you don't. Get yourself a house. Get yourself a reliable car. Get a little, retirement saving. Build on, a 401k or the fucking what is that thing? The
401k.
IRA.
Roth
IRA,
IRA.
yeah.
Yeah. Get yourself one of those.
What do you think
You're
IRA
fine.
stands for?
Irish Republic Army.
Pretty close. It's basically the same thing.
Get yourself one of those.
Get yourself one of those.
you don't have to worry
You
about
can
money at
you
all.
can do that on 80 grand.
You don't need to buy bread.
Yeah.
They'll steal it for you.
But we don't have kids. Like we don't have to worry about
No,
posterity.
It
No.
helps.
But like,
But
you don't,
yes,
you don't
I
need
agree-
that
I
much
agree
fucking
with
money,
you.
dude. It is absurd
It
how
helps
much money
us-
they take for themselves and go, I need more. And that's what they say all the time is like, as soon as you have a good amount of money, it only makes you want more.
Well, and then
Like, that's what they say.
Then there's like the lifestyle argument, Like,
Well, there-
you need to maintain the lifestyle.
Yeah, you get to the point where nothing satisfies you anymore.
Yeah,
If your main motivation was money and then you have it,
Yeah.
then what do you
because
want?
the kind of
More.
person
more,
that
more,
like,
more.
shitty
the kind of
person.
person that like makes all that shit ton of money, like it's not like generally speaking, and I would even argue that it's not even close to the majority. Like it's probably like 95% of the time. Like those are hardworking motherfucking people.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like born into it or like whatever. Sure, like that definitely happens. But the overwhelming majority of people that are rich because of like their own blood, sweat, and tears, and other people's for sure.
Right.
But like that kind
But
of
they
person
don't-
is
that is always-
satiated.
They don't often, and I would say way more often, they don't proportionally share it with those others that put in their
No,
blood, sweat, and
I would say
Those
probably
people- the-
99%
The
of the
first
time they don't
person that Jeff
proportionally
Bezos ever hired, I guaranteed, is not a millionaire.
Right.
Well, it depends, but yeah, sure.
The person
I
busting
understand.
their ass in that first
I
warehouse,
understand
shipping
your
out the
point.
books and
No,
everything.
I understand
Fuck
your point.
no.
No,
Also,
his
the first-
ex-wife has more money now
Yeah,
than he does.
yeah. I mean, the first person he hired was not a warehouse person, but yes, I understand.
No, but-
I understand your argument. Yes.
Yeah, it's
No, and I agree with you, but like that kind of person is not somebody that's willing to give up money. Like they're just not.
Yeah.
no.
Because they work their asses off to get to where they are, and
Right.
that maybe that's a little bit controversial, but I also think it's the reality.
Yeah, but if they made that much money and they don't need it, then maybe they shouldn't have worked as hard as they did.
Sure, no, and that's a reality because you definitely made sacrifices to get there.
Right.
You did.
I
Whether
just
that be
don't-
relationships
Yeah.
or like your family or your social life, whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe
you
I
did.
just don't
maybe you
see-
fucked up and you're taking money away from the rest of us.
A society where it's necessary to have $1 billion.
No, me neither.
No, there is no
there
there's
billion?
no
A billion.
there's
I don't
no
see a
realm
point.
where
No.
you
I don't
anyone
see
gets that.
it in a one point at all. And to hoard it, you are a fat, lazy dragon now sitting atop your gold pile, and you're a piece of shit that deserves to get stabbed through the mouth.
I
Agreed.
don't agree with that, but I agree with the thought.
I think it's
I agree with the sentiment.
most
Yes.
selfish thing, and not only because you're not just hoarding it, you're actually going around and you're paying to make sure that people don't pay attention to you or that you get to have more gold.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
paying a little bit here to bring in more to yourself and make sure that other people don't have the same
And
opportunities.
to bring it all around. you
you're
know?
making colleges more expensive.
Well, yes,
right?
and to bring all of that around and put a nice little bow on it, you're paying the politicians. Fuck politicians.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Nailed it.
trash. I hate our society. Socialism
Well, I'm
all the
glad-
way, baby. Socialism.
I don't agree with that.
Democratic socialism.
Democratic
yeah.
socialism. I
Democratic
like that.
socialism's good.
Give me your money, Brian.
Yeah, cancel student
I don't have any.
debt.
Good.
I gave it to my kid.
Damn right.
there we
I
go.
can't take it from a baby.
That's a good argument for
Wait,
wealth, though, is
that's
setting
easy.
stuff up for your.
For posterity.
Yeah,
Like,
for your
there-
like my kid,
Yeah.
my daughter's kids.
Like there is an argument there. I understand.
Right.
Sorry, I keep doing that. There is an argument there, but it does not involve $1 billion. It just doesn't.
no, billions. That's
so much
yeah. I
money.
can't even fathom.
So much money.
Like-
I
Yeah.
need to have enough money to take care of 5 generations down the line that I'll never fucking
Yeah.
meet.
But-
Fuck you.
But just remember
Let the
that,
kid
like,
work.
if people didn't have as much money as they did, you wouldn't have to save as much money for your kid and your future and their kid. You know, like college would cost less.
College
There
would
are
cost
people who do
less.
it right. Like I'd like to imagine that if I was loaded, this isn't true. I'm gonna give my daughter whatever she wants, but the
Like the Bill Gates thing.
whatever that Emily doesn't keep me from giving her.
Got it.
The
Is Emily like the authoritarian in your relationship?
absolutely,
That's wild.
absolutely. Emily's like, take that pacifier away. I'm like, I don't feel like it.
I don't want to do that.
No, it looks
That's
like
funny.
she's loving
I don't
life.
know why that is like an adverse thought to me, but I wouldn't have guessed
100%. Yeah, yeah. We would be sitting in front of the TV eating ice cream
that every day.
at midnight. Yeah,
Does Jeff Bezos have kids?
I think so.
I don't think he does.
I don't
No,
know.
he's an alien. He can't reproduce.
God damn it.
But
Not with us Earthlings, at least.
yeah, being able to like not like giving them all of your wealth, giving them all of your money, but making it so they don't have to have that one stressor. Like
It's pointless and selfish.
I think stress in life is a
No.
good thing, but
I don't
like
think that is selfish.
financial
but I understand
stress,
where you're coming from.
financial stress is a
billion.
different kind
Billion,
of
yes.
stress.
No, we're not on that anymore. But like making it so your kids don't, if your kids don't have to worry about money, like say for instance, if you died right now and Emily and you had enough money to set aside to where Emily never had to worry about money, like that is something you would want, obviously, right? And yes, we agree it does not involve $1 billion. It does not even probably involve more than a few million. Totally, it does not.
Sure.
I'm not at all arguing against your point. However, there is an argument for amassing wealth. There just is.
Sure. And like I said, like a good emergency savings, and you have like a retirement plan. That
Okay.
and then sure, even life insurance policy at that point you could talk about.
College fund for your kid.
That again, not even that you don't even need 200,000 for that. 200,000 a year. You don't even need that.
You will eventually for college for your kid. Like the
No,
way
he's
we're-
saying
the way we're going.
per year you don't need more than.
Oh, sure.
200,000 a
Okay,
year.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
just,
sure.
it's entirely.
No, and I agree with you.
I think
I agree with you.
I'm saying like that's a high end. Most anything above that is entirely pointless. I really think that. I think
It's
anything
pointless
above
in
that.
regards to your happiness. Yes.
Well, it's just like good. You have a big fucking boat now. And it's like it
So what
doesn't
about
fucking-
retiring?
And
What
also,
about,
I think it's a little it's diminutive to say that they got there on their blood, sweat, and tears because you have people busting their ass working 3 jobs a day or living in a 1-bedroom
I'm
apartment.
not,
with
and
their
I'm
family.
not making that
Like,
argument. I'm not
it's
making that
A
argument.
bunch of people bust their fucking ass every single day, but they just
Did I ever say that people
society,
don't?
which was set up now by it's been schemed by rich people,
Yeah.
is made for rich people to succeed.
Yes,
and
no, I
that's
agree
it.
with you.
And poor people to suffer. That's what our society has come to now. And
I don't
it's
want you
bullshit.
to think that just because I'm saying that like rich people did make it like because they worked hard, that doesn't diminish other people working hard.
No,
Like,
but
how
I-
is
I-
that correlation drawn?
Well, I wanted to say
I
it
think
because
he's talking generally, not specifically to you.
Okay,
I'm not calling you out and saying you're an idiot.
sounds like that's what you're doing.
No, I just
Maybe I'm just conditioned to you doing that.
I'm countering to what you said about them getting there on hard work. It's not like they worked harder and therefore they got
No,
farther.
they were.
That's almost never
they,
the case.
They either took
They were
shortcuts.
just as hard.
They
a lot of the time, like
sure,
depend like the wealth. I don't think
but
matters.
the
in, like-
reward is exponentially greater.
yes, and I will agree with that, and that's unfair.
Yeah, I think our society is not set up for a majority of people to succeed, and that's
It's
honestly
not. That's literally capitalism.
that's why I'm into democratic social. But our capitalism is skewed. It's not a fair game for everyone across the
AOC.
board.
No, I know, but that is capitalism. Capitalism is never meant to be fair.
AOC just
Capitalism
said that
is meant to be fair. If you have a better product and a better idea, you come forward and you sell it. Blah blah blah. If you work harder, then you go further.
Right.
That's the idea, the core of capitalism. That's why it was like this great thing in America that we
Right.
had. You can come here, work hard, and make a good life for
but
yourself. And
people
it's not
are,
that way.
Yeah, because
you
people
cannot
are
make
like
a good life for yourself.
inherently evil, and they take other
but that's
people's
why-
ideas.
And they set it up to where they go, well, if everyone else is up on the same level than me, then I'm not above anybody.
Right.
So I have to make it to where people can't get up to me.
Yeah, that's
I'm
my favorite-
cutting the rungs of the ladder that I just climbed on.
Also, that's the same argument against socialism.
It's not. What are you talking?
Like
How is
the
that
whole
the same
like
argument?
once you like don't have to worry about like I'm just again like I am definitely more of like the democratic socialist than I would be like a straight capitalist, right? Let's get that out of there.
Okay.
Devil's advocate. I want to be very fucking clear on this. Devil's advocate, right? So like the whole like argument against socialism is like people are inherently evil or lazy. So once they don't have to worry about like money, then they're not going to do anything. And then the people who are worried about money and are like working harder, again, fucking devil's advocate. Don't jump down my goddamn throat. Like they become the burden on the people that work harder to bring them up.
What percentage of people would you say?
I
would
don't
do it?
fucking care what the percentage is, Jeff. I'm just presenting a fucking other argument.
All right, no,
think-
and I'm just curious as to like if you were going to consider that another argument, it has to be based in reality. Because let's say 5 people do it, it doesn't fucking matter, right? But let's say 80% of people do it, that fucking matters. Like,
Yeah.
it's so.
I mean,
I'm
it
saying,
doesn't matter. Like, just because it is a hypothetical, because that is what I'm saying it is. Very
I
clearly.
just don't think it's that many people.
But it just like I don't think necessarily. Like, yeah, I mean, it's the same thing on capitalism. It's the 1%. Just like it'd probably be the 1% in the opposite direction.
Yeah, but if 99% is carrying 1% of society, I don't think it's a big deal.
Sure.
I don't think it matters.
Sure. No, and I agree with you. Again, devil's advocate.
Hey viewers, if you would like to tell us your, I turned them off. If you'd like to tell us anything about what you think about any of this shit, email us vanillasundaypodcast@gmail.com. Instagram, Facebook, Vanilla Children, 2 L's because we're chill.
Chill.
hate mail, you Trump cucks.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Unbelievable.